So if you're in the process of building a house right now, you're probably freaking out. If you aren't, you probably should be freaking out. We're going to address that next, so don't go away. So for all those out there that said, Dan, you're fear mongering, we're not going to hit 4%, we're not going to do this, we're not going to do that. Guys, we're there. I'm going to show you right now, we just peaked over 4%, and it's still paying points even to get 4% now. So what I want to talk about right now is those out there that are building a house and they're not going to be ready for 3, 4, 5, maybe 6 months. What should you do? Well, first of all, let's do this. I don't care what your lender, the builder's lender is giving you in credits. I really don't. And I'm going to explain to you why. Here's what's happening. You probably started several months ago building the house, okay? If you're just starting, I would highly suggest you call us now. But back, say 6 months ago, you started building the house, and your lender, your builder's lender, if you don't like that, I'm going to tell you why I say this. The builder's lender is the builder and the lender are probably in cahoots a little bit. I don't know that for a fact, but when you question if like the builder says, we'll give you a credit of $5,000, but you have to use this place. Why? What do they care? Who do they care who you use? Unless there's something in it for them. Okay, so I'll leave it at that. So let's look at it this way. I'm going to show you some formats right now to explain what I'm talking about. Right here, let's go over where rates are right now. Rates just topped the 4% range, and it's also going to cost you points now to get the 4%. So for those out there that said, Dan, we're not going to hit 4%. I told you. So now we got we have the 30-year fix right now at 4.02. It's up 12 basis points, and the day isn't over. Okay, the MBS market ended the day. I'm going to show you that here. Down 72. Let's refresh it to make sure it didn't get any worse, which it might. Yeah, it got worse. Down 77. That's one of the biggest moves I've ever seen. Live, let's see where we are live. We are down 81. So it is continuing to crash. Let's go to the 2-day chart. That's the 2-day chart. The 5-day chart. Okay, I've been pleading for everybody for the last 6 months or so. Guys, let us lock you in. Let us lock you in. You would have been back here. Okay, this rate's probably 3.25. Now you're going to be at 4.25 or more. If you're new to the channel, you might not understand this chart. So let me explain what the chart is. This chart is what's going on with the MBS market. Okay, how the MBS market works is as this number goes down, this is the price of the bond, the mortgage-backed security bond. Okay, as the price goes down, mortgage rates go up. Okay, so that's when I reference, back here rates were probably 3.25. We might even see 4.25 tomorrow. So that's 1 full percentage change during this duration of time. So what I want to discuss right now is this. Okay, here, let me explain this to you, and I'll go over this in a second with you, kind of go over the numbers. But so you qualified to buy this house that you're building 6-8 months ago. Rates are 3.25. Do you know what I'm talking about when I say your debt ratio? Okay, so your debt ratio is basically all of your expenses divided by your income. Okay, a lot of you might have been really on the bubble or really on the edge there of qualifying. Well, do you qualify at these higher rates? Maybe, maybe not. Let me show you the differentials in the payments based on the changes that we're seeing right now. Okay, I'll zoom this in, but let's go through here. Over on this side, I have the interest rate. Over on here, I have the purchase price. Okay, so if you go through here, the purchase price is $350. When you qualified, let's say you were at 3.25. All right, the payment would have been $2,224. And I run that through here. So if you want to know kind of what your payment's going to be, go to therateupdate.com. Okay, therateupdate.com, and hit calculators. It's going to default to, well, let me go back here, mortgage calculator. All right, then it's going to default down here to advanced. Okay, click advanced. I want you to put in your criteria here. Okay, basically what I want is down through here, your state and your county. Because what this calculator will do, based on the state and the county, it'll fill in how much you're probably going to be charged or the cost will be for your homeowner's insurance and your real estate taxes. So right now I have it for Orange County, and that's where I get all of this is where I ran all these numbers that we're looking at right now. So I'll go back to my spreadsheet. Okay, so at 3.25, when you got pre-approved, your payment would be $2,224. Okay, rates are at 4 now, so they're going to be $2,367. Probably not a big difference there. Okay, not a big difference. $140. Okay, you probably still qualify, but you might not. The next thing is, let's say rates are probably going to be 4.25 here in not too long. So now the payment's $2,400 versus $2,200. Okay, let's say the way I'm expecting by mid-year we should be at 4.5. Now that payment's $2,467, $240 more than this. Okay, that's on a $350,000 house. We see a lot of houses in California and Texas at 4, 5, 600,000. So let's scroll over to the 500,000 range. You're at 3135 is what you got qualified at. Okay, you're probably going to be at least here by the time it's said and done. So that's about $300 a month more. Let's say rates go to 4.5. Now you're talking $350 more a month. All right. So what do you do? Okay, what do you do? I've been pleading on the channel for months now. Guys, we have a program that'll lock you up, or we can lock you up to 6 months. Okay. And a lot of people took advantage of that. Our board is full of people that are looking to have their homes completed around April, May, June. The board's full. Those people, they got it. Okay. But a lot of people are saying, you know what, I can't walk away from that $5,000 or $8,000 that my builder's lender was giving me. So here's what probably going to happen. All right. You're going to get to the point where you're within 30 days of closing, and then that lender says, okay, we can lock you in now, but the payment's $300 more than we qualified you at, so we can't get you to qualify. So here's what we can do. We can use all the credit money that the builder was giving us, because you're a valued client of those. We're going to use all that money to buy down the rate to get you to qualify. Okay, where rates would have been when I've kept asking everybody to call us to lock in. Okay, so here's what I have for you. Here's the proposal. Call us. Let us get you approved and lock you in up to 6 months. Okay, so here's what's happening. Let's say rates keep rising. Well, you got an insurance policy. You're locked in. You don't have to worry about requalifying. Your payment's going up $200-300 a month or anything else. Now you can sleep at night. You're like, I know what I got. I'm done. All right. But wonder if rates drop. Well, you got two options. One, we can do a free float down for you, float you down to the current rates that are at that time that are lower than where we locked you. That would be the only reason why we would do that. Or you still have the potential to go back to the builder's lender. So you have a win-win-win situation. That's the best way I can explain it. Do you qualify at the new rates? Will you qualify? Let's look at the worst case scenario. You don't qualify anymore. Okay? You just don't. You potentially now will lose the opportunity to end up buying that house. And we don't want that for you. So I'm not trying to fearmonger. I'm just giving you guys advice what you should be doing if you're building a house. So if you'd like to find out more or talk to one of my representatives or myself, please give us a call. 844-775-5626, or schedule a meeting. Those are what we want to do, because we want to talk with you guys. What are you getting? What did they quote you? How much in credits are you getting? And so forth, to see if it makes sense. Most of the time, it is making sense, because we don't know where rates are going to be tomorrow or 3 or 4 months from now. But if we can lock you in today, you don't have that fear of, will I qualify? And what the heck is my payment going to be 3 months from now? So that's what we're trying to avoid. So please give us a call. And I hope, again, you find value in my channel. If you do, give me a thumbs up, subscribe down below. We're trying to hit 1,000 subscribers a week only you guys can help me do that. So if you do that, I'd appreciate it. And then also I have a YouTube live, 1:30 Central Standard Time on YouTube. So please attend this weekend. We're going to talk about down payment assistance. Plus I will be talking about this because we're trying to save a lot of home buyers or home builders, people building homes, you know what I'm saying, on not losing their house and not getting a payment shock where, oh man, my payment's going to be $500 more than I thought. So that's what we're trying to avoid. So God bless, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you tomorrow morning.